Welcome to today's training for the Business Sales Accelerator Academy. I'm going to just kind of give you a little insight of why I'm doing what I'm doing, what the purpose of this training is, and why I'm so committed to doing this every week for you. You know, there's people from all different types of businesses and all different types of direct sales companies, network marketing companies. My daughter is starting to get in these trainings and starting to do it. She's 16, she's in high school. I just met with the Black Chamber of Commerce yesterday in Riverside area, and they're excited about putting this a part of their whole Chamber of Commerce. They want to make this available to everyone. And so I'm really excited because this training is not network marketing training. This is direct sales training and teaching you how to be a better person at whatever you do. By the way, if you have background noise, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself, that's great. If not, I'll just go ahead and mute everyone out for now. So I just want you guys to understand that this training is designed for you with one intent: to help grow your business, to help you become better, and to help your team become better. So this is your outlet. And let me tell you what this, from my perspective, what this is. See, in this business, we got to go and make presentations about what we do. And so this is a presentation for me to not only expose this for you and give you more insights and give you more trainings and tips. This is for you to be able to refer your team, your new people. When you bring in a new person, this should be the first training they see. See, and when I was years ago, when my mentor built his training system back then called Distributor Services, he used to train us, and he used to give us tapes and books every month, used to come in the mail. And then he would send out these trainings every week. We would do these trainings. And he said, Stephen, if you have a prospect that's interested in your business or that's looking at joining your business, get them on the training, even if they don't buy your product yet, even if they haven't built the business yet, get them into the training. Because the biggest thing that they need to do is they need to raise their belief that they can do it. And that's what the training does for them. So that's what this training is all about, you guys. And I know this is our second one. We're just getting started and learning how to use it. But I can tell you right now, this training is for you to grow your business. And it's my presentation to let people know a little bit more about the Academy, give them a little exposure to it so that they can come aboard your team and grow your business to whatever level you want to grow it at. So that's what you get to use this for. And so never before in this industry have you had the opportunity to bring your team onto one system, one voice, without a bunch of sales. We're not going to be selling you a bunch of seminars and boot camps and stuff like that. It's all me just really teaching you how to build this business. So again, you got about one more minute. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in and start training you and give you some tips and some things you can do. One of the things I did mention in the email is that you will have the ability at the end of each one of these trainings to ask questions. I'm gonna open it up where you guys can unmute yourself and ask questions. So right now I'm gonna mute out everyone. So you can't unmute yourself, but at the end I'm gonna let you unmute yourself so that you can ask any question that you want. Please, as I'm going through the training, if you have questions about anything, or if you're experiencing things in the field, let me know. Just so you know, I don't have all the answers to everything, but I do have a lot of answers. I've been in this business for a long, long, long time. And I'm in the field right now. That's the one thing I want you guys to realize is I'm in the field. I'm not sitting behind a desk selling education. I'm physically in the field. I go networking myself. I go speaking. I'm building a network marketing business, and you guys are the people. So I'm building it just like you do. So you're not learning some theories and concepts I did 10 years ago. You're learning what I do today. And that's why this is so valuable for you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into the training. All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to earn your next $1,000 in your direct sales and network marketing business, even if you're brand new and you don't know what to do. And the reason why I like to title it that, because there's a lot of people that are in this business that are successful already. They already know what to do. Maybe they have already had some success. Maybe you already are a top leader. There's top leaders in this program that are making $10,000, $20,000 a month already. But then there's people in this program that haven't made a dime, that are brand new, that don't know what to do, don't even know where to go. So this training is to basically give you some tips on how to make your next $1,000. Because if you can make your next $1,000, you can do that over and over again. So that's what we're going to be going through today. So let's talk about it. So the first thing I want to introduce myself, Stephen Gregg. The company is called the Business Sales Academy. And you can go to the Business Sales Accelerator Academy.com. If you have not enrolled yet, you're welcome to do that. And my motto is that, for one, I want to give free mentoring for the masses. This training is designed to train the masses, the people that usually don't have the training, the people that don't have the money to spend for $500 or $1,000 seminars, or for personal coaching, $5,000 and $10,000 for that. But they still need that level of training. That's why they're in the position they're in. My goal is to be the mentor for those people, for the people that don't know what to do and how to do it, that are maybe you have a person that you've signed up, because now with the internet, it's different than it used to be. Back in the day, we'd meet someone and we'd have to, be belly to belly with them. Nowadays, you can meet someone on Facebook and they can live in some, go downtown somewhere that in some other country, and you may not ever meet them. They may not have any support system, but now they do. Now that person can get in without a bunch of cash and be able to join a training system and learn this business. So this is the mindset I want you to grasp, that you are all brand ambassadors of the Academy, so that you can go and build your teams and use the system. Because my motto is that if you build the people will build the business, the nation, and the world. And that's my slogan, that's my motto, and that's what my conviction is, to be able to help you. So I want to discuss something right up front for all the people that are brand new, is that I want to bring out the elephant in the room, because a lot of people, they come on to webinars and they come on with the expectation that at the end there's going to be this big sale, that there's going to be this big hype, this big promotion at the end. And I can just let you know right up front that that's not going to be the case. There is no big promotion, no big sale at the end. I've already told you we have an academy. And you can go join the academy for free. And then if you want the workbook, you download the workbook. It's $20. It's real simple. That's it. So this training is going to be all meat. I like to give you the meat right up front so you can know exactly what this can do and how it can help you. So why $1,000 is the goal? The reason why is because most people have never made their first $1,000 in network marketing. Now I want you to get your pen and paper out and ask yourself this question. In this particular business that you're in right now, have you made your first $1,000? Write down yes or no. If the answer is no, this program is for you. If the answer is yes, it's still for you, because you're going to want to be able to train your new people how to do exactly what we're teaching. So the first $1,000, it's very simple, and it can be done very fast. But the question is how to get it done very fast. The second thing is that it's believable. The reason why we focus on $1,000 is because a new person can believe they can hit $1,000. They may not believe they can make $1 million or $100,000 a year, but they can make $1,000 and do that 100 times. That's the key. The third thing is it's achievable. You believe you can do it. And most importantly, you believe you can do it. See, in direct sales, a lot of time, people don't believe that they can do it. They believe it can be done, but they don't believe that they can do it. If you have any questions, please just hold your questions to the end. I am going to be opening it up, like I said, for questions. So write the questions down. If you do have questions, I absolutely want to answer every one of them, as many as I can. It's also measurable. You can see the results immediately. In other words, once you focus on $1,000, you can see those results in a week, and that raises your belief and gets you keep moving in the business. Another thing is that it's duplicatable. In other words, you can do it, and then you can teach your new people to do it. See, a lot of people can't do a lot of stuff in network marketing or in direct sales or in sales in general. They can't do a lot of the things you can do, but you can help them make $1,000. Once they get to the 1,000, they can get to 2,000 and 3,000. Also, it's trainable. You can teach others to do the exact same techniques you did to make the $1,000. Most importantly, it's scalable. In other words, you can duplicate the system of making $1,000. So we're not just talking about making the $1,000. Right now, I'm going to be teaching you a system of how to duplicate the $1,000. How you can get multiple people making $1,000, not just you. It's great that one person can make it, but it's better if 100 people can make it, because that's how the business grows, especially if you're in a direct sales company or a network marketing company. But like I said, there's going to be people on this training from a lot of different walks of life, a lot of different types of industries. So it doesn't really matter. In your particular business, you want to still have this same type of mindset that you want to earn your first $1,000. But some businesses, it could be $10,000 for your first sale, and that's okay too. And it's just the same exact techniques. Let's keep going. So the mindset is key, and this is the mindset you have to have. You have to have the mindset that you want to inspire everyone in your team to have the mindset to become fully competent, confident, and consistent. That's the goal. You want to have a team that are competent, confident, and consistent. And here's the big part. You can take a person as far as they can see, and when they get there, they'll see further. You have to take a person as far as they can see, and when they get there, they'll see further. I see a lot of people in network marketing, they come in and they kind of push their own goals on their team. They say, yeah, you can make $100,000 this year. Well, the person's only thinking, well, I just want to make an extra $500 a month. You know what? If they only want to make $500 a month, great. That's an awesome goal. Imagine having a whole bunch of people in your team making $500 a month. The key is that they believe it can be done. And if they believe it, then they'll go after it. If they don't believe they can make $100,000, they won't do anything. So you got to stay in the mind of that new person. So your job as an entrepreneur is to raise the belief that you can achieve your goals and to get your team to believe that they can accomplish their goal. So your goal and your job as an entrepreneur, as a business leader of your team, is to raise your belief that you can do it. One, to raise your team's belief that they can do it. Two, very important. And then your number one job as a leader of these people is to show them success. See, the way they'll believe that they can do it is when they see you doing it. See, I see a lot of people in network marketing say, oh yeah, you can make $10,000 a month. Well, great, how much money have you made? Nothing. See, if you haven't made any money in the business or have had a level of success in something, even testimonials of your product is beneficial. But of course, everyone starts out as new. And if that's the case, then what you got to do is you got to kind of use other people's success. And that's important. Learning how to use other people's success is just as important. So that's very important to do. Another thing you want to do, your number two job is to help your new people bring in succeed. Oh, I'm sorry, help your new people that you bring in succeed. You want to help them succeed in the business also. Very, very important. You want to get them making that $1,000 right away. And then, like I said earlier, you have to stay in the mind of the new person. I don't build trainings for the six-figure income earners. A lot of the time, they're stuck in their ways. They got everything down. They kind of know everything. A lot of the time, not all the time. There's some great leaders in this program that's not the case. That that join this program or they get involved in what we're doing, and they actually are humble. They learn. They're still growing. But there's a lot of leaders in our industry or in direct sales or even in regular sales for that matter that think they know everything. And if they know everything, then you're dying. You're not growing anymore. So we always got to stay in the mind of the new person and help that new person grow their business. So the goal is to become 3CM square. And like I told you, this is an invention I created years ago, which is the formula for success in direct sales and network marketing. See, and just so you know, network marketing, we're not talking about multi-level marketing. We're talking about network marketing. And that's what we're all doing. We're networking to market our business. That's network marketing I'm talking about. So 3CM square stands for you got to become competent, confident, consistent, and it creates momentum. That's how you create momentum in your team is you have an army of competent, confident, and consistent distributors or consistent sales team. That's how you create momentum in your business. So let's talk about what it is. Now, I'm going to say these things. You're going to hear me say these things over and over and over because this is the foundation of your business. You need to become competent at the money-making activities. And I want you to take your paper out right now. For you that have been on here that's been on here a while, maybe you've been through the academy, by memory, I want you to write down on your paper and ask yourself this question. Do I know the 7 money-making activities? I want you to take 30 seconds right now as I'm talking. I want you to ask yourself, do I know the 7 money-making activities in order? Can I write them down? I want you to write them down on your paper right now. If you haven't done that, do that right now. As I'm going through this, write down the 7 money-making activities. So the first one, the first money-making activity you got to become competent at is generating leads. And in this training today, I'm going to go over one strategy of generating leads, but there's multiple strategies in the academy of how to generate leads. Another one is how to convert leads into prospects. You got to know how to convert leads into prospects. Number 3 is how to invite people, get them to say yes, and actually get them to show up. See, there's a 3-part process. Almost everyone in direct sales are taught how to invite, but they're not taught how to get people to say yes. and how to get them to actually show up to the meeting. You need to learn all three. The next one is how to make an effective presentation. How to make a presentation, effective presentation that gets people to say, wow, that makes sense. I want to find out more about what you do. Or yes, I'm open to doing business with you. Or yes, I want to join. So you got to know how to make an effective presentation to get people to say, yes, I'm in. See, if you can do that, that's when your business will really start to take off. The next thing is how to follow up, how to close, and how to ask for the money. You've all heard me say that the fortune is in the follow-up, or a lot of people say it. I don't really say that because it's actually a lie. The fortune is not in the follow-up, because I met network marketers that, or direct salespeople, or salespeople in general, that follow up and follow up and follow up and follow up, but generate very little sales. The fortune is not necessarily in the follow-up. Now, is it important to follow up? Absolutely. But there's a way to follow up. But the most important thing you got to learn is how to close and how to ask for the money. Because you can follow up till you're blue in the face, but if you never know how to ask for the money, they're not going to give you the money. If you don't know how to get people to make a decision, that's what you're really doing. You're making a person make a decision. And the decision can be yes or no. I don't care. I'd rather get a no than a maybe, or I need to think about it and let me analyze it. Because that's just a slow no. See, I'd rather get a fast no, so I can go follow up with the people that really want to do business with me. That's number 5. Number 6 is getting your new person started right. No matter what kind of business you're in, or what kind of sales you're in, or what you do, you got to get your customer started right, or you got to get your distributor started right. If it's a customer base, then you want to get your customer started right, meaning they're using the product, they're on the product, they're giving you testimonial letters, they're giving you stories and short stories on videos. That's getting your new customer started right. If it's a distributor started right, it's plugging them into the next step, which is plugging them into your training system, plugging them into the academy, plugging them into your sales funnel system if you have one in your company. You got to plug them into a system. That's getting a new person started right. It's teaching them these 7 money-making activities. Every new person, when you bring them in, the number one thing you should be teaching them is these 7 money-making activities. And that's why I do this training call every week. So you can invite your people here, and so they can learn it from me if they can't learn it from you, because you might be out busy and doing your thing, but you should ensure you're on these training calls. The next thing is confidence. Confidence of the 3C is that you can raise your belief that the business and the industry works. You have to believe that the business and the industry works. Very important. Then the next belief is that they have to believe that they can have success in the business, that they can do the business and have a level of success. The third is that you're going to help them along the way. You are going to be there. Because see, when they're joining the business, they're joining with you. They're not joining with your company. They're joining with you, and they expect you to take them to the dance. They expect you to hold their hand. They expect you to walk them through the process. And the best way to walk them through the process is to put them into a training system. See, here's why. Because people buy people, not products or services or companies or opportunities. People don't buy that. People buy from you. They buy from a human being. And if they like you, they know you, they trust you, they'll do business with you. And so you got to become the person that they want to be. And so staying consistent is doing the right things long enough consistently. So you got to do the right things. What are the right things? It's those 7 money-making activities. Long enough. How long is long enough? Until you start achieving your goals. You do it until you hit the 1,000, then you hit the 2,000, then you hit the 3,000. Whatever your goals are, you got to do it long enough, consistently. That means doing it every day, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. You don't just show up once and then say, okay, I think I know it. No, that's why I do these training calls 3 times a week, so that you can come each time. You're going to get a little nugget each time. Each time you're going to get something different. So you should be on these training calls every day. If I'm doing them 3 days a week, if you can be on them 3 days a week, then be on them 3 days a week. If you can only do 1 or 2, then be on 1 or 2. But you got to be consistent. You should be consistently going into the academy. Not just once a year. Do it every week, every day. That's your training ground. That's where you're sharpening your saw. That's where it is. So, what are the right things? Let's go over these right things. I'm going to give you one right now. It's called the power of one. The power of one. See, you want to dream big. You want to have big dreams, but you want to build the business in inches, not in miles. Write this sentence down. It's one of my favorite sentences. This is that inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard is hard. Mile by mile is a trial. See, if you're going to build this business, you want to build it inch by inch. You want to do the simple things and do them over and over and over. You don't want to try to go from nothing to 50,000 a month or 10,000 a month. No, you go from zero to making one sale, to getting one customer, to getting one distributor in the business. See, inch by inch, it's a cinch. See, how do you get from here to New York? You know how you do it? You make a goal to get to New York. Then you make a plan. And then you drive 1 mile, and then you drive the next mile, and then you drive the next mile. You know, sometimes there's a detour on that road. And then guess what you got to do? You got to take the detour, and you got to go somewhere else. Sometimes it rains or it snows in an area. You got to take a detour. You got to go a different direction. But the goal is you go inch by inch. You don't just go mile by mile. Just inch by inch. Just 1 inch at a time. You're on your way to your destination. And that's how you build this business. Second thing is you eliminate the mindset that you have to do everything. See, nowadays, that's one of the biggest frustrations I have, even in my own business, is that there's so much to do. There's so many plans. I went out with my buddy Jay the other day. He's one of my friends. He's one of the, you'll hear about him in the academy. I trained him years ago. Now he's training me on some social media stuff because he blew his real estate business up to millions now. So we went out the other day, and he's giving me all these other cool tips to do. And I'm thinking, man, I already have enough to do. He just gave me 5 more things to do. Now, some of them I'm doing because they're really powerful for growing my business. But the whole point is, it was just more stuff. You see, but I had to learn, I don't have to do everything. You know what I got to do? I got to do one thing great. And then I add another one. And then I add another one. So I'm not trying to do everything anymore. And you shouldn't have that mindset either, that you got to be on every social media platform and every email system and do every type of webinar and every type of this. And you don't need to do all that. You don't need to do everything. And the next thing is you want to set short-term goals that you believe in. Short-term goals that you believe in. Not that your upline believes in, not that your manager believes in, not that your company owner believes in. No, that you believe that you can achieve. Set short-term goals. And I'm going to give you some ways on how to do that. So let's talk about the plan. So what's the plan? How's this going to work? How's this all going to come together? Let's see. Daily short-term goals. Number 1, you want to convert 1 lead into a hot prospect a day. 1 lead into a hot prospect per day. So today, you should have a mindset. Today, I need to get 1 lead and convert that lead to a prospect today. That's it. So here's the definition of a lead, just in case you don't know. And you need to learn this. This is one of those, if you ever call me and I say, do you know the definition of a lead? You need to know this answer. And I would recommend you learn it word for word. There's certain things I'm going to give you that I recommend you learn word for word. Here's why. Because it's universal. Because if you learn it word for word, then everybody in your team will be saying the same words. If you start changing the words, you change the meaning of the sentence. So let me tell you what a lead is. It's simple. It's name and contact information. Nothing more, nothing less. You don't have to elaborate on that. It's very simple. Name and contact information. In other words, you can get their name and phone number off, a phone book, your cell phone. Name and email, it can be name and contact. Name and instant message, that's a lead. Name and if they're on your LinkedIn, that's a lead. It's name and contact information. The next thing is a definition of a prospect. A prospect is a person who you have spoken to, or communicated with, who is open to learning more about what you do. It's a person who you have spoken to or communicated with by text message, by email. You've communicated with them and they're open to learning more about what you do. That does not mean they're interested in buying your product. It just means they're open to learning. And your job is to make a presentation to them to get them to say, yes, I'm in. But you got to convert the lead to a prospect first, and almost no one teaches this. I've never heard a trainer teach converting leads to prospects. They always talk about going after leads or going after prospects, but they kind of make them synonymous. They're not synonymous. They're different. A lead is a name and number. You can go buy a lead list. I'm going to be showing you many different ways to generate leads. Leads are easy to get. That's not the problem. How do you convert that lead into a prospect, someone who wants to speak to you? How do you do that? That's what you got to master. And you're going to be learning some of that today and the rest of it in the academy. The next thing you want to do is you want to convert one hot prospect into a strategy session or a time where they can see your presentation. You want to do one a day. You want to do one today. So today you should have the mindset. I'm going to get one lead. I'm going to convert that lead to a prospect. I'm going to invite them to see what I do, and I'm going to book them to a strategy session so I can make a presentation. That should be your mindset today. So you need to do 5 a week. Have a mindset. I'm gonna get 5 prospects a week. Imagine if you set that as a mindset every day. You woke up every day and you said, I'm gonna do 1 prospect a day. And you're gonna do 1 prospect a day for 5 days. When you do that, what will end up happening is your business will grow exponentially. And imagine if you have 5 or 10 people on your team doing the same thing. The next thing is you want to convert 1 prospect into a distributor per week. You got to have a mindset. I'm going to enroll 1 distributor this week, not next week, not next month, right now, this week, 1 time, 1 a week. Well, if you just did 1 a week in a year, you did 52 a year. You know the percentage, how small of a percentage of people that actually sponsor 52 people a year? You know how small that percentage is? It's crazy. Very small. But if you just did 1 a day, then you do 1 prospect a day, you get 1 new distributor a week. And then what will happen is you'll get better. You'll get more skillful at doing it. And you'll get 2 a week. And then 3 a week. Your business will automatically grow. But the key is 1 a day. That's the key. That's why it's a focus of 1, power of 1. The next thing you want to do is convert 1 prospect that says no into a customer a week. So in other words, you're going to get a lot of people that say, no, thank you. It's not for me. Guess what? Your intent should be to convert that person into a customer. They should at least be using the product. They now know about the product. They know how effective they are. And they know how good products and services that you provide are. So now they should be a customer. They don't become a distributor. They should at least be a customer. And then you should plug 1 distributor minimum that you bring into the business, into the Duplicatable Training Academy, which is the Business Sales Academy. Imagine if this, just visualize this, just visualize your business right now. However many people you have on your team, imagine if all of them were listening to this message right now. And they were all, let's say you had everybody on your team. You spent the entire day today getting every single person on your team, not trying to sign up new people, just getting all of those people on this webinar that I'm doing tomorrow at the same time, 11 o'clock. If you just focused on one thing and got everybody on this training, what would your business look like in a week? Because they're all going to be learning exactly what I'm saying to you right now. That's the key. See, the key to this business is getting people to the system, not just keep signing up new people. Yes, you want to enroll new people too, but all you need is 1 a week and plug them into the system. And this is the system for you to be able to do that. The next thing you want to do is stay focused for 1 year and do the same thing week after week until you achieve your goal. Now, some of you might achieve your goal in a year. Some of you might achieve your goal in 2 years. But so what? 2 years is going to come whether if you do this or not. So you may as well do it. See, the key is to do the activity on a consistent basis because the time is going to show up anyway. So this is why you want to use this power of 1. So how do you convert 1 lead into 1 prospect and into 1 sale in 24 hours? How do you do that? So let me give you some things. First, you got to learn the 7 money-making activities. This is what's called a workflow. Whenever you hear me talk, if you ever invite me out to your company or to your team, if you have a team of 20, 30, 40, 50 people and you want me to come locally, you let me know, we'll put something together, we'll make it happen. But this is what's called a workflow. You need to know the workflow. It's generate the lead, convert the lead to a prospect. You got to invite the prospect. You got to show the plan, make the presentation. You got to follow up, close, and ask for the money. You got to get them started correctly and then plug them into your duplicatable system, which is the businesssalesaccelerator.com. That's your duplicatable system. So how do you convert? Number 1 thing you got to do is focus. Focus stands for follow 1 course until successful. That's the definition of the word focus. So you got to focus on 1 thing, 1 focus, 1 system at a time. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because this is what happens to a lot of you. And I know it because it happens to me. And I'm, like I said, I'm right in the mix with you guys. There's too much noise in the marketplace. You got to calm the noise. And where's the noise online? Here's the noise. You got to be aware of your demons. You got to be aware of where the noise is. You got to be aware of the problems or you can't solve them. One of them online is Facebook. Biggest problem. Facebook, people are on Facebook all day long just chatting and talking and hanging out and doing all kinds of stuff. If you're not generating leads and converting them into prospects, it's a non-money making activity. Instagram is another one. LinkedIn is another one. YouTube, Meetup, emails, and messenger bots. No, that's important to understand. These are different tools that you can use. And this is not an exhaustive list, by the way. There's a lot more non-money making activities if you're not using them properly. Now, should you be on Facebook? Yes, you should. But what you should be doing on there is talking to someone with the intent to get them off Facebook. I go on Facebook for one reason: to meet someone, say hi to them, get them on a phone call, get them off Facebook so I can show the plan. That's what I do. And I do that the same in this business. If you know, some of you I've met on Facebook. I'll go up to you and I'll start chatting with you. I'll start talking to you. I ask you, how many people do you have on your team? You tell me. Then I say, hey, let's hop on a phone call. We hop on a phone call. Next thing you know, we're doing a training for your team. Why do I do that? Because I want to grow your business, but I'm also growing my business at the same time. See, when you're out there helping other people get the products or services that you want, you're helping them with their need. And that's what you want to use these tools for. That's what you want to use Facebook for and Instagram. Not just to hang out and just look at funny pictures and laugh and post stuff. Yeah, you got to post. That's fine, but you want to do it with intent. I'm teaching you how to be deliberate in your marketing versus accidental. I don't accidentally wait for prospects. I go get prospects. So I make things happen. Last night I went out and I went and spoke at the Black Chamber of Commerce. And what did I get? I got right here in my hand, I'll show you, 15 prospects. All of them filled out a form saying they want to talk to me, and I got 3 speaking engagements from one event. See, it's very important to understand. You're going to learn about that here in a minute. So where is the noise offline? Where is the noise offline? Because there's a lot of noise offline too. It's in phone calls. In other words, talking to your friends, talking to your family. My wife calls me 10 times a day. My kids call me two times a day each. And I gotta say, no, I can't talk right now. I gotta call you back. Text messaging without intent. You want to text message with the intent to put up someone in a meeting or on a presentation. Networking groups can be a non-money making activity if you don't know how to network. See, I go networking with intent. I go there with the intent to generate new business. Your job can be a distraction offline. Maybe your daily life, your family, your friends can be, challenging. We have a situation here in my house. We have a gentleman that comes in and he's actually fixing our room. We had a flood over there in my office. So I'm sitting in my kitchen. That's why this backdrop is my kitchen. But the reason why I actually like it now, because it's kind of guyish and girlish simultaneously, fits everyone. But the bottom line is I have to sit in my kitchen because I have no choice, because my office is a mess. And that's a distraction. Sometimes my wife comes in, my kids come in the kitchen and they get in the refrigerator and they interrupt my presentation sometimes. And when that happens, guess what? It's a distraction. So there's all types of distractions that happens. Maybe in your own head. In your own head is a distraction. In other words, the chatter that goes on in your own brain, that becomes a distraction. And you know what? Or procrastination. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. My daughter, she's actually doing my academy right now. She's doing my training academy. And she said yesterday, because I always ask her, what did you learn? And yesterday she said she learned one big thing. She said, what doesn't get scheduled doesn't get done. And I'm glad she realized that because, sometimes I'll ask my wife or my kids, what did you do today? And they say, oh, I did this or did that. And I say, well, did you do what you said you're going to do? Well, no, I didn't get it done. Well, why not? I don't know. Well, here's why, because it didn't get scheduled. Write this down. What doesn't get scheduled doesn't get done. But see, in your head, if you have stuff in your head and you don't have it in your calendar, you can almost guarantee you're going to forget it. You got to write it down. You got to use your calendar. This is where the noise is online. So here's the big point, is that a confused mind does nothing. So you want to use the power of one in your marketing. So you want to pick one lead generation strategy, focus on it, practice it, and get great at it. Get great at one. You don't need 50 lead generation strategies. You need one. You need one good one that you can master. See, another distraction. My dog is now trying to get into the kitchen. It happens. Just that. Dog, get out of here. What's the matter with you? JD, come get him. Sorry about that. My dog has to go to the bathroom. I got to now tell my daughter, give me 1 second, you guys. This is distracting. See what I'm saying? Like distractions, this is what happens when you work from home. But I got to tell my daughter, my dog has to go to the bathroom and he's trying to get out the door. Give me 1 second, okay, you guys? Let me tell my daughter, I got to text her. See, this is what happens in business. And I'm kind of glad this is happening because in real life, I got to tell him right now. Hold on 1 second. Let me get him out. 1 second. There you go. See, You guys got to understand, like I said, I'm in the same business you are. I work from home just like you do. And guess what? In life, there's distractions, right? There's challenges that come up. And just now, my dog come in and he has to go to the bathroom. He runs right through my presentation in the middle of it and messes me up. But you know what? So what? You got to roll with the punches. Write this sentence down. I'm going to give you one right here that fits right in perfectly. You know, the sentence is this. Sometimes you got to learn to be flexible, because blessed be the flexible, for you'll never be bent out of shape. You got to learn to be flexible, because in business, things happen. Challenges come up. You know, the house catches on fire, you got to move. You get this stuff that happens, right? Everything happens in business. But you know, you got to learn to be flexible. So let's keep going. You got to pick one lead generation strategy, focus on it, practice, and get great at it. You know, networking groups locally is one good one that you should focus on. You want to generate conversations on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram, like I mentioned. You want to generate conversations. Very important. Another one is calling people who you like, know, and trust. You want to call those people. You want to call them and invite them. Hold on one second. I got to tell my daughter to get the dog. The dog from outside. All right, there you go. Got to tell her to get the dog. Okay, so you got to call people that you know, like, and trust. You got to call them and invite them to see what you do. That's good. You know, another thing in booking meetings to speak at events. And this is a big one, you guys. Let me just say about this. This is one that I'm using as my strategy, because I'm realizing I got to show the plan just like you do. I got to show the plan 3 to 5 times a week, just like you do. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. And, you know, I'm booking meetings to speak at events. I have my wife right now. I'm sending my one sheet out to my to chambers of commerce all around Orange County and all around Southern California. And they're going to invite me to come speak. And when I go speak, I'm going to generate business. They're going to become part of the academy, or they're going to give me other speaking events, or they're going to become a client of some of the other things I do. That's just how it works. So you want to learn and ask this question. Here's the question you want to ask. Who has my customer? That's a great question to ask yourself. If you ask yourself, who has my customer, then you can go and speak to the group who has your customer. Very important. You have to ask that question, who has my customer? And then go speak to that group, and they will bring you your customer. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. So how do you do this? You got to get people to ask you what you do. And then you got to use what's called an audio business card. And an audio business card is a technique that I teach. We'll talk about that. Then the next thing you want to do is use what's called an opener. An opener gets people to be open to what you do. And then you want to invite them to see what you do. I like to personally invite people to a one-on-one strategy session. And that strategy session can be local, it can be online, or I can get people to watch a presentation. But you want to learn how to invite people to see what you do. And we're going to talk about some ways to do that here in a second. So there's 3 different types of cards out there. One of them is an audio business card. And the audio business card is my $1 million technique, which I'll be going over here in a minute. But you got to learn this audio business card. Very, very important. The audio business card, I would call a basic foundation principle of direct sales. You got to learn this audio business card. It's different than an elevator pitch. I don't even teach that. That's basic 101. Virtually every sales trainer teaches an elevator pitch. I teach what's called an audio business card, and there's a formula that you need to learn. You want to have a business card, a physical business card. You know, we create graphics and we create business cards that are customized for you, because when you meet someone, you give them that card, they see your brand on there. And if your card looks nice, it can attract people to you. Then the third one's called a digital business card. It's an online business card that you can send people. I'm producing one right now for the Academy, and all of you will have access to that digital business card. So then you can watch the Academy on your phone. You can watch it from anywhere. That's coming here shortly, and then it'll be a tool that you'll be able to have if you want one for yourself. So the audio business card is very, very important. Audio business card looks like this. This is the product line. If you're in legal services, I show business owners how they can give additional benefits to their employees at no cost, so they can retain them longer and improve company productivity. If you're in a legal type product in your network marketing business, then that could be a way that you can get businesses to allow you to come in and talk to their employees. Or maybe you have a discount savings card. You can say, I show people how to save money on virtually everything they do, like when they go to movies or restaurants or even to the grocery store. And they can put that extra money back into their bank account and use it for whatever they want. I'm gonna tell you, and this is cool because this tools out there in services and people that have products like this. I have one myself, and I used it the other day. I saved $15 off a lock and a basketball for my son. And I also went to a restaurant that day and saved 20 bucks on the meal. There's different services out there. But then you got things like this, a product line. There's a business opportunity. Let's say and by the way, I want to say this right up front. If you're in direct sales or you're in a network marketing company, your business opportunity is your number one product. Your product line is your secondary product. Your business opportunity is the number one product that you sell. So here's how it works. I show people how to generate an extra $2,000 to $5,000 per month working part-time in their own home-based business so they can quit their job if they want and never have to work a job again. That's something you can say. Now you can phrase it any way that you want. Another product line could be a digital business card. I show people how to use a digital business card to generate leads and close sales immediately so they can double their sales in the month. That can be something you can say. Or it doesn't really matter. When you go into the academy, I have a formula that goes through specifically this audio business card formula. Because once you learn the formula of the audio business card, you can use it any different way you want. And let me give you an example of how powerful this is. I went to the where did I go? I went to the it's called Network After Work, and it was a big networking group. You can look that one up online, Network After Work. And when I went there, they had a bunch of people, hundreds of people there, but I only had about 2 hours. The networking group was only 2 hours long. So when I went there, I made a decision I was going to book 5 appointments. So when I went and I started getting hot on my audio business card, I booked 14 appointments in 2 hours and made over $22,000 in sales within 24 hours of that time. Now, how did I book 14 appointments? It's because that audio business card changed with every single person I met. See, an elevator pitch is the same. It's blanket. It's the same elevator pitch for everybody. That's great for a novice. That's great for if you're beginning. But an audio business card learns how to adapt, learns how to attract each person you're speaking to. So I can walk into a room and I can say an audio business card and pull 5, 10 different people from different walks of life up to me and get them to ask me this question, which is, what do you do? Or how do you do that? That's ultimately what I'm trying to get them to do, is say, well, how do you do that? Give you an example. The other day I was at a networking event. Here's how powerful this audio business card is. I was at a networking event and there was a speaker, and the speaker was speaking about social media. So I went because I figured she's going to bring my customers out. So I went to where her customers were, but they didn't let us network. So I sat in the back of the room and I waited. So after it was all done, they didn't let us have any time for networking, just the speaker and then eating. So after the meeting, she asked to open it up for questions. So I said, oh, questions, great. So she said, anybody have any questions? I said, I do. She goes, what's the question? I said, well, one of the things I do is I show people how to generate leads and convert those into sales using sales funnels so they can increase their business online and offline. So how do you use the Instagram program along with sales funnels? And she said, oh, well, the way you do it is this. And I have no idea what she said because I didn't really care. But what ended up happening, everybody heard what I did. I did an audio business card to the group. By the time I was done, 3 people walked over to me and said, well, tell me more about that. And I got 2 customers out of that room just like that by using that audio business card. So when you go into the academy, you're going to get the formula of how to manufacture audio business cards at will. Once you get good at that, then the business becomes simple. So that's the audio business card. The next step is then you learn the openers, and the openers are how you convert the leads into a prospect. So once they come up to you and they say, well, how do you do that? You got to then say something that's going to get them to hook, to get them to want to talk to you, to get them to book an appointment with you. And this is called an opener. And there's 6 different types of openers in the academy. Right now, I'm only going to show you one of them, and it's, are you open to? So like this, are you open to additional ways of giving free benefits to your employees? Let's say you're doing that legal service program, or maybe voluntary benefits or insurance or something. You can say, are you open to additional ways of saving money on things that you spend money on every day? Yeah, of course, I'd love to be able to save money. Or you say, are you open to additional ways to earn $10,000 to $40,000 a month in real estate investing? Maybe you're a real estate agent or you're a real estate investor. You can say, are you open to additional ways of making money? If you want to market your first product, your number 1 product, which is your business opportunity. Or you can say, are you open to additional ways to close more sales monthly using digital business cards? It really doesn't matter the product. I can create an opener for any product or any service. It doesn't matter. But the bottom line is I want to find out if they're open. See, I'm not finding out if they're interested. Write this word down. Eliminate the word interested out of your vocabulary. The word interested destroys more sales than anything. Because how do you know if they're interested? You can't know. You don't want to ask an interested question. That's almost a buying question. It's almost like asking for the credit card up front. No, you want to ask them if they're open to learning more. Because if they're open to learning more, then they'll meet with you to get the rest of it. The next thing is the invitation script. You want to ask them to come to something. You want to ask them and invite them to see what you do. So here's what you do. If you're open to it, I can give you a free 1-hour strategy session, or I can give you a webinar, or I can give you a video, or I can invite you to our company overview, or I can invite you by our office, or we can sit down one-on-one over a cup of coffee. That'll give you some additional benefits of how you can save money on your everything that you do every day, or you can invest in real estate and become a real estate mogul out there, or you can be able to save money off your taxes and put money more back to your kids' college education. It doesn't matter. See, I know my audio business card openers so well, I can regurgitate them out at will because I know the system. And then at the end, I might ask a simple question: are you open to that? And I'm looking for a yes, or I'm looking for a no. I'm not looking for a maybe or a slow no. I'm looking for a yes or a no. And so when you do that, when you get good at asking this invitation, you're going to get yeses or nos. Maybes don't apply. They can go, and if someone's hemming and hawing, well, I'm not sure. I say, well, no big deal. Probably not going to be a good fit for you. And then let them go, because I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the yes or no's. Once you get this down and you become polished at this, the business becomes simple. You can say, are you open to giving free benefits to your employees? Are you open to saving money on the things you do every day? Are you open to getting $10,000 to $40,000 in real estate? Are you open to learning how to make money? Are you open to closing more sales and using a digital business card? And you want to throw these things in there. So it's very important. The next step is book the meeting in your calendar. You want to book meetings in your calendar. Now, last night, I didn't book a lot of meetings in the calendar because we ran a little bit over time. But I did fill out a form. I have an actual sheet, and it's an interest form. And I had them fill out an interest form, and that's automatically booking an appointment with me because I just got to now call them and see how I can help them if I can, because I can't help everyone. But there's some people that may need what I offer. And if they do, then I help them. If they don't, I say no thank you, and I kind of give them the direction of where they should go. But you should be booking meetings in your calendar immediately. When you get on networking, you should be booking an appointment in your calendar. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to a networking event tomorrow night. And when I go, I'm going to generate new business from that. I'm going to find people that need what I have. And you should do the same. Step 5 is you want to show the presentation to your prospects. You want to get good at making presentations. You can make them by video. You can do a live presentation. You can do a webinar presentation. You can send a digital business card. You can do a one-on-one. You can do a 2-on-1 with your upline. There's multiple ways to show the plan. But it's so important that you show the plan. You show the plan. There's 2 ways to show the plan. One-on-one. In other words, you across the table, a cup of coffee, showing the plan. That's one way to show the plan to someone. There's another way to show the plan. One-to-many, which is the one I love. Now with technology, we can show one-to-many like I'm doing right now. There's many people on this webinar right now showing one-to-many. So that's group presentations. Or you can do Facebook Live, is showing one-to-many. Zoom meetings, like we're doing right now, is one-to-many. Doing a group presentation live last night at the chamber, it was one-to-many. I'm doing one-to-many. Now, will I do one-to-one? Of course I will, if I need to, but I'll do one-to-many. I'd rather do one-to-many because then I can impact more people and help more people get this message. And the same thing goes with your business. You want to look at some one-to-many strategies. You should be asking the question, how can I show this to many people at one time? So it's still only making one presentation. You're still using the power of one, but you're talking to many. You get it? Same system, just a different way to look at it. You're looking outside the box. So this is another technique that you want to learn. Let me say this big, bold statement right here. Your income will be in direct proportion to the number of times you show the plan or make presentations. Look at your income right now. Your income is in direct proportion to the number of the times that you show the plan. Okay? Not that how many times the plan gets shown, how many times you show the plan to your prospects. Now, of course, you can put your presentation, you can put your prospects on other people's presentation. There's nothing wrong with that. You can put your prospects on this call. You can bring your prospect in. I would recommend it tomorrow when I do this webinar like this, you should bring 10, 15, 20 people to it because it's just going to help you grow your business. So that's very important. But the next thing is step 6, you got to ask them to join the business. Power of the ask. And here's the way you ask. Does this make sense? Are you ready to get started? Which credit card would you like to use? It's pretty simple. If they say, I don't have the money, say, if I can help you find the money, are you ready to get started? In the academy, I go through all these different steps and tips and ways I help people find the money. So you'll learn that in the academy. And then from there, you plug them into your training system, which is the academy. You plug them in. Imagine if you had 5, 10, 15, 20 people on this training right now. What would that do for your business? That would explode your business. And that's why I am making this available on video. I'm going to record this and give this out to you guys so you guys can disseminate this out throughout your team. But that doesn't mean you should come tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be a little different. I'm going to make this special, and I'm going to make it vibrant and a little bit different every day. Why? So I can keep you moving forward. It's going to be the similar presentation, but it's going to have a little twist to it every day. And that keeps me sharp, and it's going to keep you sharp also. Plug them into the training system, the Business Sales Accelerator Academy. That's the workflow. You should be thinking, that's what I should be doing every single day. Now, there's a lot of other stuff. Your upline leaders, there's people, your company is going to give you tools and systems and all kinds of stuff. That's great. But these are the 7 money-making activities you got to master. This is what it's going to take to make your business work. This is how you're going to generate 6 to 7, figures a year if that's what your goal is. It's by mastering these 7 money-making activities. So these are the reasons people fail in network marketing. Number 1, they don't know what to do. Number 2, they don't know how to do it. So knowing what to do and how to do it are the number 1 reasons people fail in this industry. Number 3, they don't have a big why. You got to have a why so big it makes you cry. It's so important that you have a big reason why you do it. This business. You guys know the reason I do it. I run an online ministry. I teach the Word of God to pastors in India and Africa. And when you guys join the academy, a lot of that money goes towards India and Africa, and we teach the Word of God over there. We serve orphans, and we give a lot of money away to help people change their lives. And then they get the knowledge also. This academy is being partnered with also a school, a free online school that's going to be helping people all over the world that don't have education. So you got to have a big reason why you're doing what you're doing. And that's why I'm committed to you, helping you build your business. And then a lot of people don't invest in themselves. Now, here's the greatest part about this academy. There's no big investment. It's only $20 for a workbook. That's it. There's no big investment. Nothing. There's no excuse. There's no excuse why you can't build it. But there is an excuse, because what people say is, I don't have time. No, it's not that you don't have time. It's that you haven't made it a priority. See, you have time. You have the same 24 hours as everyone else in this world. What you do is you do the priorities. You do the things that you think are important to you. Well, the real question is this business important to you? Are your dreams that important to you? Are you taking care of your family and the lifestyle that you want to live important to you? Then you need to be in this training and learning this information. This should be one of the most important parts of your entire business, is learning this information. This is how you duplicate yourself. You learn the information. You mimic the information you learn. You model it after yourself, and you make it your own. And that's the system of the Business Sales Accelerator Academy. You're going to have the email marketing, the sales funnels, the social media marketing, the networking skills, all of it in one place. So you don't have to go on YouTube and binge watch videos all day. You have everything you need in one spot, and you should get yourself and your team on it. And this is the mindset I want you to have. This is how you grow a business with duplication. Is the way you bring a person into the business is the way they perceive they have to build the business. If you truly want to grow a duplicatable team, you got to put your team into a duplicatable system. And for the first time in the history of network marketing and direct sales, you have one system with one voice. It's going to be teaching you step by step how to grow your business, no matter what skill level you're at. If you have no money and no belief in yourself, the academy is for you. If you have no confidence in the business, or you don't know what to do or how to do it, the academy is for you. And this is the mindset, is that you must have a duplicatable training system. So here's the academy. You're welcome to go to it. That's the website. If you haven't been there before, If you know that domain, you can give that out to your team or people that you work with or people that you know. And this is what you'll learn in the academy: how to develop a winning 6 and 7-figure mindset, how to help your business foundation get stable. We're going to help you focus on the correct money-making activities. Overcoming fear is a big part. If you have fear in your life about different things of how to communicate with people, I go through a whole session on overcoming fear that I use for myself, and I've used with many people to break their fears in a matter of minutes. So you want to go through that. You're going to learn the fastest path to cash. You're going to learn multiple lead generation strategies and how to define your niche. You're going to learn things like your networking skills and very specific skills like we talked about today, but in a lot more detail. You're going to learn class participation on advanced networking skills as well. You're going to learn how to contact and invite your prospects, how to promote your events, which is one of the biggest things you can do. You're going to learn how to promote your events. You're going to learn how communication skills and closing skills, and how to get your new distributor started correctly, how to effectively close and get people to take action now, how to get referrals from them, and how to get testimonial videos from them too. And most importantly, you're going to learn how to hold yourself accountable. We're going to have some systems in there for that too. There's also a training in there. Let me tell you about the fast track training. The fast track training is designed so that after you've gone through the training, you can go right back through the fast track training on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis to keep you fresh. In addition to these weekly calls, this fast track training is how you get new people started correctly. So you can use it if you want to recap, or you can use it for your new distributors as well. I just added a goal setting training in there. I strongly recommend all of you to go through the goal setting training because it's about an hour, hour and a half long. And it really goes through in depth of how to set up your goals. So you use that, and there's a worksheet in there that you can download, and you can start doing your goals right away. And you should do that. You should grab your team and do a whole goal setting session. We're still in January, still the beginning of the year, so get your team set up properly for their goals for this year. And then most importantly, you want to build an email system. Inside the academy, we'd recommend you to go down and set up your email system because the email system is so important, you guys. You got to understand the importance of an email. If you don't have an email database of your own, don't get me wrong, because the company that you're working with is building their own email database because they know the value of it. But you own your own business. The product that you serve is a product line of yours. You're the business. You own whatever your name is, Inc. It's your corporation. So you need to be building your database and building your list. And the way you do that is with the email system right here inside the academy. You go in and get the one that we recommend. The reason why is because it's simple, it's convenient, and most importantly, they have 24/7 customer service. I just got off the phone with them helping me fix some emails so I can send out an email to you guys today. They have customer service that will answer the phone and walk you step by step through the process. This is the reason why this is the one I recommend. And so when you go in, you want to order the workbook. It's a 92-page workbook. Make sure you print it out, put it in a nice binder, and then go through that training with your team. And what I would do is set up a weekly call with your team to go through that workbook so you guys can all start saying the same words. Imagine having a unified team where you have 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000 people all singing the same song, all speaking the same language, all knowing the 7 money-making activities. How fast will your business grow? Well, the way it's going to happen is by you all having the workbook, all using the systems, all using the lead magnets and headlines that I put in there for you, and all duplicating the exact same thing. Your business will grow exponentially with or without you. You won't be able to stop it. It'll be a runaway train. So I'd recommend you to go get the workbook if you haven't already did it, and I'm going to be your personal help. I'm going to personally help you grow your business. And again, like I said, if you have 50 people on your team or 100 people on your team, and you're in different areas, and you're in different parts of the country or parts of the world, if you want me to come out, you just make a big event, you get me out there, and I'll be there for you at no cost. All you got to do is get me to the event, and I'll be there and feed you maybe a little bit something. And I'm good. I'm there for you. I'm here. I'm on your team, and I'm here to help you grow your business. So here's your next step. Set up your membership. If you're not a member already, go ahead and sign up for the Business Sales Academy, and then order the workbook and with the scripts, and then refer everybody on your team. If you do have a team, refer them to the academy, and then you can go ahead and start your business and start running it right away. And so I want to open it up real quick for any questions. Does anyone have any questions about anything we went over or any questions or anything at all, I'm going to go ahead and unmute everyone, and then I'm going to mute you back and let you unmute yourself. Everyone is unmuted right now, so I'm going to now mute everyone out, and then if you have a question, just go ahead and unmute yourself. Does anyone have any questions about anything we went over so far? This is your time. There's no such thing as a bad question.
Hey, Steve, I just wonder if you could explain the one sheet for people real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. The one sheet. The one sheet is one document. It's a brochure. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Since we're going question and answer, I'll show you a one sheet so you can see what one looks like. I actually do a one sheet for myself when I go speak, because when I go speak at events, I like to show people what I'm doing and who I am. So this is a one sheet. I'll show you my screen again. Can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. This is a one sheet. This is the front of a one sheet. I have a back side as well, but it has my personal logo on it. It has a picture of me, has my contact information, talks about my title. It talks a little bit about my convictions of who I am. It tells a little bit about me, shows me on stage. If I can show you the back, I don't have the back up right now, but the back actually has my topics that I like to teach. It has a testimonial on it. It has call to actions. So this one sheet is a sheet that actually helps people know a little bit about you without having to send them a whole website. That's what a one sheet is for. So I use these when I go speak. So I'll give you an example. I spoke at the Santa Ana Chamber of Commerce, and they gave me a testimonial letter on her letterhead. So what I did was my wife, I got my one sheet and I gave it to my wife and I said, I want you to send this out to all the chambers. So she's sending out my one sheet and she's sending out my testimonial letter from another chamber. So that's how I got to the Black Chamber of Commerce. So now I'm going to start speaking at different chambers of commerce and different networking events. So that's the power of a one sheet. And if anybody wants a one sheet, you're more than welcome to contact me. Let me just show you here. Oh, by the way, this is other graphics and stuff that we do for my clients. I'll just show you that real quick. But I just wanted to show you this. This is my all the services that we provide. We do logos, graphics, branding, any type of graphics or anything that person needs. We do all of that. So if you need anything done, just let me know, and then I'll give find out what you need, and I can make that happen. Great question. Any other questions? By the way, Nadu, did that answer your question?
It did, Steve. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions, comments,
yes,
thoughts, or ideas?
Steve.
Yes.
This is John Yeomans from Alameda, California.
Hey, Alameda. I grew up in San Jose.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yes,
you're down south. You're in Southern California. Now we're headed down there at the end of this week. So my question is, where can I find these recordings on your site? You said I could. You're recording this, obviously. So where can I watch this again, or where can I show this to people who are working? I have a friend who's working today, and he's unable to attend this particular meeting. Where can I find this on your site?
Excellent question. Well, there's two ways you're going to be able to find it. One, we are going to set up an area inside the academy where you can go and get them again. The second thing is I'm going to be putting it in an email and sending it out to everyone on the email so you guys can all have it and send it out to your team as well.
Oh, excellent. Perfect.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, just so you know, when I do the call tomorrow at 11 o'clock, there will be a little bit different topic in there. So I'm always adding something different so that I continue to give you a little bit more. Not a lot. It's going to be the basics, but a little bit more so you can hear it over and over again. It's called spaced repetition. I really want to get the stuff so you can master it.
Also, just to add one thing to that, I love that you're doing that so that it's not exactly by rote, so that every time I listen in and every time you're on, it's live instead of canned.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, I had to do it that way because if not, I'll bore myself.
Yeah, well, it's excellent. Your training's fantastic. I'm quite through it. And of course, I'm listening to John Johnson's take on your product, on your sessions as well. So between the two of you, it's great. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That's awesome. Yeah, John's a great guy, man. So awesome. Fantastic. Any other questions, comments? There's no such thing as a bad question. This is your time.
Yes. What time zone? What time zone?
Great. Yes, we're in Pacific time zone. I'm in the Pacific time zone. So right now it is 12 o'clock my time. So you kind of adjust from there.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions about the business? Any question about network marketing? Any question about the industry? Any problems that you're having in the field? This is your time to ask not just general questions. This is still training time. So is there anything that you're struggling with that you need answered? Anything at all? You guys can all, anyone can unmute themselves.
Yeah, Stephen?
Yes.
My name is Jeanette Bush. I'm from Anaheim, California, and I've come across many, many people, and I've sent out so many information, you know, about our network business, and they absolutely love it. And then, but the problem is getting them. They'll say, "Well, why do I have to go to videos, YouTube videos?" I'm going, well, this is part of checking it out. You got to check out the information. You asked for the information, I sent it to you. And then they do, but then I'm having a problem closing them. And I've been in this industry for 47 years. Started with, you know, MLMs. And I'm in network marketing on the internet now. And I love it.
So what is your question?
My question is, how do you finally close them? I know how to ask for the money. So what am I doing wrong?
Got it. Great question. So the reason why I'm saying this, by the way, this is a training session for all of you to learn, one, how to ask questions. Because when you're dealing with, as you start getting up in the ranks and your business starts growing, you're going to get around leaders. Leaders will answer your questions. But what they want to do is they want to be able to answer questions. So this is very important. I'm teaching you how to teach your team as well, how to ask you questions so it doesn't waste a lot of your time. And that's why I'm sharing that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all, but I want you guys to learn how to ask questions. Okay, so the question you had is, when you're talking to someone, you send them some information and they want to know, why do they got to go to a video? Okay, or why do they got to go to the system? Well, first of all, they don't have to. What you have to learn to do is use the openers and audio business card. So the question I have for you is, are you part of the academy yet? Did you join the academy and have you watched the videos?
Yes, I've watched part of them. I need to go back, you know, finish through the 14 trainings. Yes, I have.
Okay,
through them.
I got it. So here's the solution to your problem. Go to the academy, watch all the trainings, do the homework in there, and then your answer will be there. You'll have your answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, so that's very important to understand. Inside the academy, when you go through those trainings, those videos, I go through this very detailed. I'm very, very specific on those. So, you know, that'll really tremendously help anyone. If you have a challenge like that, those are absolutely answered inside the academy. But that's an excellent question. So thank you for asking.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Does anyone have about their business or any challenges that you're having that you'd like to get solved? Or any things that you want to learn? You want to learn a new technique? There's no such thing as a bad question except the one you have in your head that you want to ask. Any questions at all? All right, you guys, this is your time. Any questions at all? How about a comment or a thought or idea? Any comments or thoughts or ideas about anything that you've learned so far that you want to apply in your business? Let me see if everybody can be unmuted.
5,200.
Everybody's unmuted again. Okay. All right, so any other questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas? You guys can unmute yourself. I see Mike Z there. Hey, Mike, I'm glad you can make it on today. All right, well, you guys, this is your time. I'm here for you every day. Today is the day, Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday, we are going to be doing another training. I want to answer a question for you because some people have this challenge. I'm going to answer a question that, since no one will ask the question, I'm going to throw it out there. Because sometimes people say, well, you know, I don't have the money. How do you handle that? I don't have the money. Well, one of the things I do with a person, first of all, if they don't have the money, that's more reason why they need to do business with you. That's one of the things I say when I'm talking to someone. I say, well, let me ask you a question. How long do you want to keep saying that sentence? I don't have the money. And they'll say, wow, yeah, I don't want to keep saying that sentence. Well, that's exactly the reason why you need to join this business, because you don't have the money. So the first thing is I kind of, I say that purposely because I really want to make impact with them. I want to kind of shock them, because usually people try to overcome the money objection. I don't do that. I get people to want to do business with me. So my first question is, well, let me ask you this. I know you say you don't have the money. Well, how long do you want to keep saying that sentence? I don't have the money. Well, you know, I really hate saying this. I really hate the fact that I don't have the money. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Ask the question. If I can show you how to find the money, is this something that you want to do? If I can show you how to find the money, is this something you want to join? I want a yes or no answer to that question. Because if they say, yes, I want to join, then I say, well, great. Well, let's sit down and let me, do you mind, my next question is this. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your finances? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your finances? And I have yet to have anyone ever say no. You cannot ask me any questions about my finances. They always say, no, I don't mind. They say no, but no means yes. They say, no, I don't mind if you ask me some questions about my finances. My first question is, great, what's your credit score? That's my first question. Here's why, because you got to remember, these people are looking at joining a business. When you own a business, do you usually pay business with cash or do you finance a business? Most of the time you finance a business, right? If you go open up a restaurant, you're not going to take cash out usually. You're going to finance it. So there's financial options that people need to understand that it's a business expense. So the last company I was in, I told you it cost $20,000 to join. Me and Mike Z was in that company together. We actually created a whole phenomenal training program in that company back then. And and that was the challenge. It was $20,000. They didn't have the money. So that's how I developed this whole process. Let me ask you this, if I can help you find the money, is this something you want to do? Well, yeah, I'd love to do it if I could find the money. Great. So do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your finances? No, I don't mind. Okay, well, what's your credit score? Because they just told me I can ask them anything I wanted. What's your credit score? My credit score is 700, 750. Okay. My answer would be from that point, okay, and what type of credit cards do you use? Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Why use Visa? Okay, great. What's your balance on your Visa? 200. Okay, what's the limit? 600. Okay, it's $400 right there. Okay, and I go through it, and I literally walk a person through that process, literally. And then at the end, I say, well, we got a couple ways we can do it. You got 2 credit cards here that you can put it on, and you can let the bank finance it. See, here's the best part about it. In a business, you go get a bank loan, or you go get a line of credit, or you go get a business to open up a restaurant, right? Right, the same thing here. The only difference is you use your card, and you let the bank pay for your business. And then you and I'm going to show you, we're going to put you on a training call, and I'm going to show you step by step how to make your first $1,000 so you can put that money right back in the card. Does that make sense? Yes. Are you willing to allow me to help you do that? Yes, I am. Great. What credit card did you want to use, the Visa or the MasterCard? And then you ask for the money. So that's how you do it. Now, of course, I go into a lot more detail in the academy, but that's one of the big ones that a lot of people say was, I don't have the money. See, if they don't have the money, that's more reason why it's your job and it's your obligation to help them find the money. Now, if someone says they don't want to join, then that's different. That's a different question. If someone says, I don't want to join, my question would be, well, why is that? What did you dislike about what you just saw? Oh, no, I do like it. I do like it. Okay, well, what did you dislike about it? You said you don't want to do it. Well, no, it's not that I dislike it. I just have some questions. Okay, great. What questions do you have? See how I just reverted it from objections to a question? So that's one of the things you want to learn is how to change questions into objections. I'll do a whole training on that real soon and add that to the academy. How to turn objections into questions. Well, I just have a couple questions. Okay, well, what questions do you have? Well, how do you find people that want this product? That's an excellent question. Well, let me ask you this question. If I can show you the ways to be able to find people that absolutely would want this product, is this something that you want to do? Yeah, I mean, if you can show me ways to help people that want to do the program, I want to do it. Okay, great. And then you answer the question and you show them some of the techniques that are inside the academy. And you give them some ways of how to help find those people. And then you help them find them. You say, does that answer your question? Great. So let's see, what type of credit card did you want to use to get started? Visa, MasterCard, or were you thinking of using that at American Express? American Express, then you ask for the money and you get them started. You see, what I do is before I close anyone, and first of all, I don't really close people. I use the word close loosely because I don't close them. What I do is I get them to want to do it. Once they want to do it, my job as a professional is to help them find a way to get it started. That's my job. So I don't close them. What I do is I help them find a way to do it. If they want to. If they don't want to me, no means no. No means no. I'm okay with a no. So what I do is I help them become a yes if they want to do the business. So that's a very, very important thing to do. Any other questions, comments, thoughts, ideas of anything that I can help you with right now?
Yes, I have this is John again from Alameda.
Hi,
So
John.
you had said earlier in the you had said earlier in your training that well, here, let me put it this way. You had differentiated multi-level marketing from network marketing. And
Yes.
I want to know what you think the difference is, or is there a
question.
difference?
Excellent question. Okay, so first of all, network marketing is the form of networking to market a product. I went to a chamber event last night. There was 20 people there in the room. And in the room, there was a nonprofit organization. There was different people from different walks of life. Guess what we were doing? We were networking to market their product. That's network marketing. Multi-level marketing is a compensation plan. Your compensation plays out in multiple levels of compensation. So that's why they call it an MLM, a multi-level marketing structure. And most companies have a multiple level marketing structure. If you go to a job, if you go to a company and they have a sales organization, you have a sales rep, you have a sales manager, then you have an upper management, then you have upper management. And when a car is sold, everyone gets paid. Multiple levels of marketing. So it's the same thing. So multi-level marketing usually consists of the pay plan. Network marketing is how you network to generate business. Just like online marketing would be marketing online. TV marketing is marketing on TV. Radio marketing is marketing to radio, and network marketing is using network to market. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's excellent. Thank you. That really clarifies that for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Great question. Any other good questions that anyone else has? Like I said, there's no such thing as a bad question. Any other questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, or anything you'd like to share? Mike, I know you're there, buddy. Anything you'd like to share, Mike? Because I know you always have great pearls of wisdom. Anything you'd like to share or ask a question or anything? No? Okay.
Stephen.
Right. Yes.
It's Jeanette again. I just want to say you are very good, and I appreciate you very much. I've learned, just in this little bit of session, I've learned a lot, and I really, really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you too, and I appreciate all of you. And like I said, the reason I do this training, the reason I do this program is for you. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, do yourself a favor. You want to grow your business exponentially? Let me give you one task today. Spend time, spend an hour, spend 2 hours to email, to text message, to call every one of your team and get as many people on your team on the call tomorrow. See, that's better than even sponsoring a new person, because now you'll get 10 people trained. See, here's a sentence I've said years ago. I'd rather have one person with a commitment than 1,000 people with interest. I'd rather have one trained distributor on my team than 100 brand new customers that aren't trained. You see, so if you get your team on the training, that'll grow your business faster than you signing up new distributors. You get it? That's why I'm doing this for you. So today, what I would do is I spend my time, I spend part of your day is going to get your team on tomorrow's training, and then you be there with them because you're leading by example. And then the next day you do the same thing. And then the rest of the week, you go sign up new people. You sign up new people. And then next Tuesday, you put them on the training. And you do the same thing for 3 back days, back to back to back. And you get this multiple training and this momentum growing in your business. So that would be my recommendation. Now, you know your business better than I do. You know your situation better than I do. But that's what I recommend that can help you explode your team. So again, I appreciate you guys today. Thank you so much. If there's no other questions, this is my time. And you guys have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you soon, everybody. I'm going to unmute everyone.
Thank you, Stephen.
You're welcome. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks, Stephen. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Now, are you doing it?
Have a great day,
No,
everyone.
he's out there doing stuff. So
I'm mainly doing it through
you know,
TCP until people can afford the
you
rev
know,
system because
she goes over back to Sam Adams, you know, so.
a lot of people can't afford it. So I said, well, let me use the Rotator link at TCP. That way I have all the links so I can do that.
Yeah, I heard Sam's girlfriend.
And then once they able to afford the rev system, then
but she's still.
I'm going to use the Rotator and the rev system.
Are you able to set me up with a TCP one? Or is that something you can't do?